Hi everyone, and hi! um, I've been deep in editing world, so if my words as they come out of my mouth are a little bit jumbled, that's why. Um, as I said, not last week, but the week before that, I recently wrote 40,000 words in like 2 weeks. And that's insane. That's a lot of words really quickly. Um, and that meant that I finished the plot, but didn't actually reach the intended word count. My word count goal is 65,000 words. As you can tell, by 40,000 words, I'm 25,000 short. So, the last few weeks, I have been trying to go through and make some edits and make some adjustments. Doing my best really to flesh out the characters, flesh out the backstories, make sure that all of the things that could possibly be wrong aren't wrong, while also making the world feel more real, making sure that things are explained well, and on and on. But I don't know if you've ever tried to take something that is only 2/3 of the length that it's supposed to be and add in an entire extra third of that length without changing the pacing or the general flow of the piece that you're working on. And for any of us who have ever had to write a 5,000 page essay would be ridiculous. A 5,000 word essay. To put that in perspective, I'm trying to write 5,000 words 4 times, 5 times, because I'm trying to add 25,000 words. Only 4 times would only get us up to 60,000, and that's not the goal. The goal is 65,000. Ideally, the goal would be 75,000, but we're trying to be realistic here. Anyway, putting in an extra 25,000 words without messing with the pacing or the plot, because this is a suspense novel, you're supposed to kind of not be able to think while you're reading it. You're supposed to kind of be, that felt weird to say. The goal is that you're like entrapped in it and you can't put it down and you can't stop reading and you want to turn each next page, and after each chapter you're like, I need more, right? That's the goal. What's happening is that I'm trying to maintain the plot, because the plot is really good, guys. I'm so proud of myself. It's like actually really decent, and there's not extraneous things, and I am really excited about that. But on the other hand, like I said, it's too short, and I've been going through trying to make sure that I'm not sacrificing the pacing for the word count. I'm also trying to make sure that I'm not sacrificing the conciseness for the word count, because it's a good novel. It's there. Like, the plot is all there. I just don't think that the characters are there yet. So what I've been running into is the problem of how the heck do I give you more of the characters without distracting from the plot and in a way that doesn't completely and detrimentally impact the pacing of the story. And instead, I'm trying to make sure that you're so in love with the characters that as things continue to get worse for them, you get even more anxious and on the edge of your seat for them. Which is tricky, and I didn't realize how hard this was going to be until I started doing it. So, yeah, I have another 11, maybe not 11,000 words. I have another, where's my handy dandy Camp Nano worksheet? I have another 8,452 words left to write. And, yeah, I don't know where I'm going to put it. I've already went through and made sure that I have all of my characters described in the first instance of meeting them. I've gone through and added a little bit more of a tragic backstory. The backstory was already tragic and it was already there. It just, you didn't really get to see it. So I made sure that you got to see it. I'm trying to not have as many torture scenes this time around. Please don't hate me. I write suspense, there's torture. Okay? Okay. And I am trying to let the characters have time to breathe in this one, which is also a little bit tricky because I don't want to kill the suspense that's happening. So everything it's the most intense balancing act I've ever done, including going to college. Just kidding. Going to college was more of an intense balancing act than I've ever done in anything I ever hope to do again. But this is definitely a close second because this is ridiculous. Next time, Jory, just write the whole 65,000 words and cut down. It's so much easier to cut down than it is to add in. Anyway, so all things considered, I think it's going really well. I'm really close. By the time that I finish this novel, it in theory will be one of the best novels I've ever written because each book that I write gets better every time I write another book. That's one of the fun things, is the more you write, the better your writing gets, and I am really excited about this book. I am. I've just also been reading it nonstop for the past month, and I think I need a break. It's okay. Camp Nano ends in 4-ish days, and so if I'm not done by then I will give myself a break and come back to it. But the goal is to get 65,000 words in 1 month. And what happened with this novel, the reason that didn't happen, or the reason that was the goal in the first place, because let's be real, if I'd been planning, I wouldn't have made that the goal, is I was aiming to do a different novel. I was aiming to do the sequel of a book that I previously wrote earlier in the year. And I had 10,000 words of that one already written at the start of July. And I'm that person who puts the total end goal count in there. So essentially I was doing the normal NaNoWriMo goal of 50,000 words in a month, right? And that's doable. It's tricky, but it is doable. I've done it before. And then for a while I was counting both that novel and the one that I started writing because my beta readers that I'd given the other one to, the one that this one was a sequel to, we're going to call them Novel A, Novel B, and Novel C. Novel A is the first one that I wrote earlier this year that started this whole mess. Novel B is the sequel, and Novel C is the prequel that I went back to write because all of my beta readers were confused. Beta? Beta. Beta? Beta. In the comments, let me know, is it beta or is it beta? And please find a way to differentiate the two between, in the typing, because I want to know. Anyway, so, yeah, Novel A, Novel B, Novel C. Novel A, the prequel and the sequel, okay? I was planning on writing the sequel. I had 10,000 words written. I was going to try to get that to 65,000 words at the end of the month. That would have been doable. Now I have Novel C, which I was working on because all of my people told me that they wanted more information about all of these characters and they wanted to see the tragic backstories, so I wrote it. I wrote their backstory, and now I'm thinking this needs to be the first novel because none of the others will make sense without it, so I shot myself in the foot there. Long story short, about 2 weeks ago, when I filmed the other YouTube video, I decided that I was going to actually try to make this entire novel finished in this 1 month. So Novel C then is, I took a week to write 10,000 words to catch it up to the word count that I already had put in on Camp Nano's website so that I could not be counting both of the word counts. And, yeah, like I said, I shot myself in the foot. 65,000 words in 1 month is a stupidly ambitious goal. Why the heck am I a Slytherin? Anyway, so now I'm only 8,000 words away from that stupidly ambitious goal, and I might actually do it, but If I don't, I'm not going to be mad at myself because, like I said, it's a stupidly ambitious goal. But I am going to keep trying because why not? Why the heck not? Okay? Okay. But that means that I'm sitting here struggling to come up with more reasons to add in words to my novel. So we're getting all sorts of fun backstory moments and flashbacks and memories of childhood, and I think it'll end well. I'm hopeful that it's not just a bunch of distractions. Yeah. That was a very good ending, Jory. Good job. So if you like this video and you want to keep following my writing journey and my writing path and occasionally see interviews from other authors, go look up there for an interview with an author whose book just came out, and I'm really excited because it just came from the library and I get to read the print copy soon. Anyway, I did an interview with her, and there will be more interviews like that. I intend on having more author interviews on this channel, but for the meantime, I am honored to have you join me in my writing journey and in my own books and following them from crazy idea to movie script idea to never mind, let's make it a trilogy again to just kidding, let's make it 6 books. Help. Okay. If you want to join me in this journey and you want to keep seeing videos of me like this, and also maybe talking about other explanation videos of plots of other stories, be it musicals or movies or TV shows or whatever, stay tuned, because some of those are coming. And I would love for you to join me by subscribing and turning the notifications bell on so that you get a fun notification telling you that I've posted another video. And now that I've rambled and wasted 12 minutes of your life, I think I'm gonna call this video done. Okay. Until next time, I'll see you then. Bye.